Yo, Mandem Podcast episode. I think it's 306. I haven't done this.
It's got to be 306.
Was the last one 305?
I'm actually tired of you lot. Why don't you just write it down?
I don't remember, man. I don't remember.
306, bro.
306, man. It just rolls on.
Easy podding. This is the life. You got other things to think about.
Yeah, man. We are joined by Sharif, friend of the show. You ain't been on in a minute, have you?
Bro, I've not been on since probably before May, like 2023.
Life's been busy, man. Life is life.
Bro, crazy.
How have you been though?
Good, man. Good. Life's been lifing. A lot of things have changed. Obviously, had a child. So that's been amazing. Thanks. My role at work has changed quite a bit. So I've been doing loads of stuff there. Also managed to build an office outside and a gym, which has been amazing. Also,
sounds like the money's changed.
Honestly, the money hasn't changed that much.
Man.
So I've just been really fortunate that Eleanor's dad has been able to do most of the work. So what might have cost me 10 times the amount has cost me
on a budget.
Yeah, pretty much nothing, and to a great standard as well. So,
you know what I've been doing a lot lately? Sorry, Deborah, to cut you off.
No, good.
Like self DIY.
Welcome
good,
to
bro.
my world.
Yeah, bro.
I was in the middle of it and I was thinking, I know how rich feels, man.
Fam, you get like, you feel better once you crack whatever the code is.
I'm always like semi like hands on, even like when I lived on my own, like at yard family home, like always like try to figure how like to make something work. Or if like yesterday we was, like separate, so like say you got like tiles or like carpet or wood, like different floors between the door.
What
so you put down the separators.
Yeah, I can't remember what you call it.
I can't remember what the name of it's called. So anyway,
it's called a sound threshold, I think. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so the door's like too low, so you got to get like a thin one. So they managed to find like a bit that you can put on it, but half of the laminate flooring bit was like moving, so there's a slight gap between it, but then it's short enough, so there's a little gap between the new floor tile and the wood bit, but it needed to get something to put it in place. So I come up with the most not random, but it never existed.
It's a makeshift thing.
So I found like a bit of metal that we was using, like bent it, so it created like a wedge between the two floors. So then it pushed the bit.
There you go.
Then
Arts
just
and
stuck.
craft,
Then bam.
That's such a like. I mean, it's probably common in other cultures, but it's such an African thing.
Oh
Make it work.
Bro, my dad makeshift anything, and it was never fully effective as well. That's the funniest part.
Nah, my joint's got to be effective,
bro.
But yeah, the self DIY, and it's bare fulfilling.
Yeah. When you get it done, you're like,
it's bare. Like we had a couple doors that weren't shutting like properly. I don't know what's happened, but they always used to close. All of a sudden now they don't.
Stop slamming your doors, man.
Bare aggression.
Yeah. So then now, got to sand the doors, sand it down. It's not working. Trying to shut the door, not working. So keep sanding it, shut it, not working. So keep going. Now they're all like shutting perfectly fine, painted over it. Like you wouldn't even notice.
Like you've been kind of active.
Oh, hey, Rich, I've been mad busy.
What's your day rate, fam?
Trust me. With doors though, if it's a timber door, they often swell. So
I don't know. I don't think it's a timber door.
To shave it down.
Yeah. But they were fine before, so I don't know why it's happened. I thought it was because they're expanding, like you're saying, but it was over the winter.
Yeah,
is when
usually it's heat. Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know why it's happened, but that's resolved.
Or it could be moisture.
Yeah. Then we took off flooring, had to do all of that.
Shit, then
bro,
rebuilding the whole house.
Getting busy going around with a paintbrush, covering scuff marks, but then it's going over all the paint.
Yeah. No.
So if you but it's the same color,
but it just don't look.
But it don't.
Yeah.
So then there was one bit I did. It was if you looked at it, it's getting fixed now. But if you look at it, you'll be like, what the fuck?
Freehold did it.
But then after a while, you kind of get the tech of put enough paint. But not too much, so that when it dries, it's like a patch.
Yeah.
So you got
and
kind of
gotta wait for it to dry.
Yeah.
It's bait when it's wet.
I mean, whilst we're in this game changer, whilst we're on this topic, a game changer would be the paint sprayer. So Eleanor's dad's got a paint sprayer.
I've got one of those.
Bro.
Life changing.
Man.
Fam, I see them on
the whole thing in about
an hour.
it's probably about this big. Spray the whole thing in about an hour.
Yeah, and it's even.
Yeah. And it's even.
And it's full coverage
because it's loads of small specks.
So it's
you don't see.
You don't have to go. Bro, ceilings are the worst, fam.
Yeah,
you want to show the workout, paint your ceiling.
Yeah, you got to do the roller thing.
Fam, even with the roller, it's just bare pressure, fam.
Yeah,
bro, I was doing even like sealant around the bath. Oi, techie.
Yeah.
You can do a horrible job.
Yeah, you can do a bad job.
Bro, most people
There's
do
a
a
hack,
horrible
though.
job.
What's
you
the
do
hack?
it, then you get like a
The little
like
squares, the little square thing.
You get
Yeah.
a
I
square
got-
thing, or
yeah,
if you're
I
not,
got them.
again, being makeshift brothers.
Yeah.
Like an old like credit card or something like that.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, yeah.
But the thing about the square is
those.
the corner of the square is cut out.
Yeah,
It's
so
cut out.
yeah,
So
it's
yeah.
so-
Like this
yeah,
joint,
yeah,
I had
yeah.
like the cut out bit has like different lengths or different
Yeah.
sizes.
I got
So
that
some are
same-
like
I
big,
got that
some,
same one,
yeah,
fam.
some are big, some are small. So you do the thing, then you go through it, and yeah, it's just
Some
bad.
of the man in the Mandem group ain't seen none.
I was gonna say this.
Ain't seen none of that.
I know Dan will hear this and be bare proud, like man are just doing mad DIY.
I know. I ask a question to the Mandem basically, to all the Mandem online in our WhatsApp group, whatever. Do you own a toolbox?
Alright, I said to my girl, like I need to get a toolbox.
You have to have a toolbox.
Like I got a couple.
You know my thing already.
I got
like 3, bro.
Yeah,
You need a
I got a couple
toolbox.
bits around the yard, but
Get the toolbox.
they do like the screws a bit loose. So
Yeah.
But I need the full.
You need the full thing, man.
If you ain't got drill bits, what you doing, bro?
You
Do you know what's jokes?
What you doing, bro?
The minute I get a drill in my hand, I'll go around the whole yard just trying to like
Do everything.
drill everything.
Yeah.
Like,
What else can I?
like screws are bare, like everything's fine.
Just
I put like it looks a bit. Yeah.
rampant.
Yeah, no, you need definitely invest in a toolbox.
Get yourself a toolbox.
That's my New Year's resolution. Invest
I'm gonna hold you to it.
in a toolbox.
How rude of us. Of me.
No.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
New Year,
Year,
man.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year,
Year,
man.
no.
then.
Because I thought you was gonna say you ain't come back to me. Because you ain't. I ain't finished getting off. Let me
sorry,
tell
sorry.
you.
Get your bars off. man.
No. I've been good, man. Everything's
Good?
been everything's
Bless,
been
bless.
fine,
Question. It got across my mind, as it kind of does in a way like every year. But how long, or is there an expiry date on wishing man a Happy New Year?
man. Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it Jan? Feb?
No.
March?
I think it's the first time you see that person.
No.
So you can see, man.
I think if you see me,
No, you can't. See,
I can buck man December. December the 30th.
no.
And wish man a Happy New Year.
no. Or if you've not seen them, no. You
in
can't say Happy New
theory,
Year.
It should be okay. But it's unacceptable.
So I think, like logically, when you go past the halfway mark in a year, you should
No,
wish
you
me.
can't be wishing man Happy New Year in June.
Exactly. So that's
No,
logical.
even in May though. That's crazy.
No, but in March, and you ain't seen me all year. Yeah, that's fine.
I think
April
March
probably
is the
still fine.
when the season changes. It's
Yeah,
the cutoff.
that's my
Yeah.
I think when the
Which is
season
May,
changes is the cutoff.
April, I think. Spring's
Spring
April.
or spring's is that like end of March or beginning of April?
Spring's April technically, or end of same thing really, isn't it?
But I'd say spring is still fine. So I'd say when the sun comes out and it's beaten.
You can't say it.
I don't wanna
in
hear
this
you.
country, we got like the whole year.
Yeah, you're probably right. To be fair.
One bad summer.
Yeah.
Wishing man Happy
Yeah,
New
I
Year
think
in November.
I think when the season changes, I think that should be the cutoff.
I think you got up until March expiry date to be
Nah,
fair.
man.
Even if man, I'm wishing me a Happy New Year in like February and that, I might be like, ooh, it's a little
No,
bit weird.
man.
Feb maybe, but
Bro, it's
Oh, yeah,
fine.
I think end of Jan, man,
I'm not.
because
I might give man like 2 weeks
grace.
grace.
Nah, because
Bro,
after a while, it's like
Think about it. You're in
here,
Tesco.
like-
You got your trolley.
Yeah.
Like it's March 1st. Man comes. Yeah, bro. Yeah, ain't seen you in time. Happy New Year, my brother. Yeah.
I
like-
will look over my shoulder.
no, you
See
won't.
who's
You'll be
talking.
like, yeah, that makes sense. You'll be like, that makes sense. Like, yeah, I
I'm
ain't
checking
seen
the
you.
date.
Like,
I'm
no, no,
this way, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like May is probably cut off.
Nah, that's
May.
Yeah.
crazy. Crazy.
Nah, May's too far, man.
I give it mid Feb.
Because May, we're now
Final
thinking
answer.
about like August and that.
Yeah.
Thinking about months ahead. You
Bro,
can't.
May's
Yeah, no,
peak,
that's fine.
Like summer. Like,
Yeah,
bank
like, we're in it,
holidays,
we're in
like,
May is just no. That's when it
past
starts,
Easter,
bro.
we had a
Get
couple
me.
bank holidays. That's crazy.
Nah, if a man says Happy New Year to me in May, I'm gonna be like, what?
You man are ungrateful.
I'll be confused.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Man are ungrateful.
I'm
How's
putting
your week been, Rich?
quick one. No. Oh, decent. It's been a weird one. Because it's a 4-day week.
Yeah.
But it's felt like
like
6.
a 7 whole.
It's felt like 6. But I'm happiest the weekend is what I would say. But no, nothing really eventful. At work, things are kind of gearing up. We got like almost like business news Christmas in the World Economic Forum, which is in week after next. So just bare work to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that.
So generally, is January like the peak time for news?
Not for news, for my channel specifically, because they cover it heavily. Like all like when I see like social media stuff that came from it, I'm like, yeah, it came directly from my channel. So yeah, not. I don't think in business news yet.
Okay.
Because these men just they link up in Davos, Switzerland, and decide what games they're gonna play with the world. Like,
Yeah.
that's basically what it is. Like, decide what's gonna be financial policy, when there's green, when we have to stop driving petrol cars. Like, it all gets decided there. Like, but yeah, so busy, but. I'm so used to it. It's like Christmas, isn't it? It's just like, you know it's coming, kind of thing. But
I see you're taking more and more pictures of. I see yesterday you posted a picture of St. Paul's Cathedral.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
It's very scenic.
Sometimes it's just him coming up the elevator or something.
The elevator one was epic.
It was decent. But it's just like
you get the right soundtrack and black and white. You can fool the people.
Yeah. It's proper. Like this man's got a camera.
It's not. It's my phone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, man.
But only a man that have a camera outside of their phone do things like that.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know why I'm doing it. But,
it's good content.
It's good, man. It's nice. I like it.
It was good pictures. What phone were you using?
It's an iPhone
14.
14 Pro. Yeah, man hit me up like, what camera is that? I was like, it's a phone.
It's a full phone, bro.
Yeah. They're clear still.
It is.
Yeah. That's yeah.
What about you, Les?
Nothing like other than the DIY stuff. Nothing really, man. The yard's a mess, so just need to. Once all that shit's done, just clean it.
Have man done their spring cleans yet? We were talking a lot about cleaning in the Mandem group.
It's a bit early for a spring one, obviously. Clearly.
Guess we're technically in winter, but it's like that turn of the year. Like everyone does their resolutions. It's like a new thing. I haven't. Yeah. I'm just
no.
I wouldn't say spring clean, but we've done a decent
clean.
Yeah. 2 reasons. So we had a cleaner come and clean our yard, not even on a bougie.
I told you the money's up, man.
No. The reason why we had a cleaner.
Hey, y'all listening to this?
No, listen. So basically, Eleanor's brother has a cleaner. He's gone to Australia, but he's already paid her for the month. So he was like,
come and clean a different house.
Yeah, So he was like, as a gift to you guys, I know you've been doing loads of work and had builders coming through because you've been building the outhouse.
Yeah.
I'm happy to give you a day. So we're like, amazing. Like, so cleaner came, cleaned our yard.
Oh, you see, as an adult, those are the kind of gifts.
You appreciate it.
I thought socks for Christmas was top.
Nah.
Bro, Mike came to my house on the same day. He was like, you man are bougie. I said, we're not bougie. How many times I've had to explain this story?
Like, break it down.
There when he was there.
Yeah. But she was upstairs, innit?
He was right.
Is she? I don't know if you or the missus are like clean, not clean freaks.
Yes, and Eleanor did say, oh, well, she could have done. But it was fine.
It was fine. Okay.
It was a good clean. Obviously, like if you're being that way, you can always find something in it.
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't try my sink.
Did she clean the whole house?
Clean the whole house. Yeah.
The whole house.
Yeah. 3 hours.
Can we ask how much? Oh, you don't know? Are we?
I can guess.
Undisclosed.
Probably about £75. It's not like
really?
People think that it's crazy. It's not. Right.
I mean,
that's a lie. Probably it's probably about £75 an hour.
Oh
no, SPs.
So that's what you.
She's taking a sweet time.
Expect, right?
Yeah, plug in the Hoover.
And she do the main house, outhouse, or just main?
She better do the gardening for that price, bro.
I don't know. £75 an hour? That doesn't sound right.
That's way too much.
That's way too much.
It's way too much. It is way too much. Yeah.
Too much.
Sorry.
Cleaners,
an hour. Yeah, an hour. That's what.
Cleaners don't earn a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. So when I a few years ago, I redone my mum's house. When I finished, I got a cleaner. So I'm just trying to think how much I paid her. I paid her £65 for an hour and a half, I believe.
Oh, you lot, your siblings can't get
something like that.
Put on your rags and just.
Nah, this was like it was a big job.
Bro,
we did the whole yard. So
yeah, everyone's got to chip in.
Bro, my brother was in bed the whole time, bro. So
cleaner's just cleaning around.
He ain't doing it, bro.
He gets out of bed. There's like a print of like his body.
But yeah, so we had that, and then the second thing is. We've had a few things at our house. Like obviously, we had something for New Year's, so we had to do a more of a thorough clean than we might have done.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's in good shape. And like I was saying in the group, we try and manage it like throughout the week. So we do like decent cleans, like just maintenance, so that when we come to the weekend and we do our proper clean, it's not a 4-hour job. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we're in good stead. And the other thing is you never know when someone's going to say, I'm going to pop round in 20 minutes. Is that calm?
Keep the yard clean. Stay ready. My mum always used to say that. It's like, just keep the yard that tidy because you never know who's going to be. Yeah, or she might come home and like someone's with her and the yard's just
a mess, bro. You got your boxer shorts on the
Yeah.
living room floor, like.
Give me 2 minutes.
waiting outside that big adult. Yeah.
So it's techie.
What have we got first on this list?
Before you go for your list, I want to ask you a question. I want to know if I'm
Run it, bro.
if I should have gone off. So basically,
Go
yeah.
on. I feel like you can get us in trouble. Bro.
No, I'm not. So you'll remember from Manny, I said on our way back, I was saying my car requires 4 new tires.
Yes, you did.
Vex. So came back, changed one immediately because it was like completely
Needed to change.
Yeah, like had to be done. The rest of the other 3 were like nearing the end of their life, so we left it a few weeks. I've now taken it to go get changed yesterday, and the guy's like, the bolts on the tire are too tight, can't get them off. I'm like, right, like why would they be too tight? He's like, yeah, the person that put them on before, he's obviously like gone ham.
Yeah,
like,
the thing, yeah.
It's like his it's damaged your wheel nut when we put it on. The grooves are gone. Can't use this anymore. You need new. What's it called? I was like, cool. I was like, so what are my options? How do I get this off? He's like, I'm going to send you to a specialist place where they can take these bolts off. The specialist place happens to be the place that I got the tires put on in the first place. So they did it. They did it. So they're the ones that caused the issue. I pulled up there now and I'm like, I've tried to change my tires. I can't change them. They said that you put the bolts on too tight. Can you remove them? The guy's up to me. He's like, nah, you know what, man? He's like, it's too much of a job for me, man. It's just a hassle. So nah, I'm not going to do it.
Hey?
Bro, you put them on, bro.
Fix it.
So he's like, nah. So we're going back and forth and whatever. He's like, nah, do you know, honestly, brother, I can't do it. He's like, I can give you a number of a guy that can possibly do it.
No.
But it can't be done.
Like
I've with a heavy heart, I've said, all right, brother, no worries.
Yeah.
And I pass out. But I want to know,
You're trying to turn it.
should I have smashed up the place and then gone the yard, or
smashed up the place then?
Because I got home and I said to Eleanor, like an hour later, I said to her,
"Did I get cheap?"
No, I said to her, I feel like someone's wronged me still.
Yeah.
And I have this I don't know, like, I feel like a profound sense of justice where, like, if someone wrongs me, it sticks with me all day.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm with you. Yeah,
never let that
yeah.
slide,
I should have like
thinking about it for time.
Yeah.
But then at our age, with what we have, you risk a lot, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you shouldn't have smashed up the place, and that should never be the answer. But I think you should have strongly said, brother.
But at what point do you concede and say, like, for me, sometimes I'm like, we could drag this out, or we can, and there's a point in dragging it out, but I know we're not going to get anywhere. Like, I've seen what's going to come from this.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, you're probably asking the wrong person. I'm like you. I think we might all be similar in that way, where you'd be like, I guess I'll sort it.
Yeah.
And that's shit. And that's
You don't
shit.
just say it out loud, but that's
Because you could go ham and worsen the possibility of it ever happening. Or just be like,
But then at the same
quickly
time,
understand he's not going to do it. So I need to go somewhere else and fix it.
like,
what can you even do? This is what I don't like, and it tends to be around these kind of situations where it may be a car, or maybe we talk about DIY. It may be like more advanced DIY that I can't do.
Yeah.
Kind of craft, let's say.
Yeah.
Or trade, and I'm like, brother, I don't really have options.
No.
There's not many options, and then you're like, I guess I've just got to figure it out.
Bro, they told me the only option is to weld it off. Like, I've got a welder at home.
You're having a laugh.
I'm just gonna pull down my visor and just...
Like, so the people you took it to that told you to go back to the place that did it, the first people, cool, all right, I get you.
Yeah.
But he should be fixing this.
Well, he said to me, you can bring it back and we can explore our options, see what we could do.
I'm bringing it back. How about I don't bring it back?
The second guy said that.
No, the first guy. The first guy said.
But the second guy was like, no.
The second guy was like, no. And the second guy is the guy that done it.
Yeah, no, man.
I'm very confused.
You've done this.
Yeah, like, I
The reason
don't
I'm in this
get
position is because of you.
but I've also come to you and asked you to loosen these bolts. Like, in my head, it doesn't take too much time.
It shouldn't.
How long did it take him to change the tire in the first place?
About 10 minutes.
So why is he... I don't understand what his issue is.
Because apparently it's
a
big nightmare. Like, you got to...
Yeah,
you got to weld it. You got to bring out all of these tools.
That's a nightmare of his.
But
Yeah,
you did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So part of
this.
his rationale was when you put the bolts on and you drive for a period of time, they self-tighten, which is I get, because that happens with, like, if you put a bolt on something and over time it does tighten with, like, rust and whatever.
Yeah.
But bro, I don't want to say it's not my issue because it's my car, but I didn't cause this problem.
Yeah, you did
That's
this.
become my
So what was I supposed to do? You do
You
it.
should know that.
And then what? Just leave the car there.
Bro, I man. I still feel like even bringing it up now. I feel like I've been wrong.
I feel like I'm returned to him because he's created the problem, and he won't fix it.
But then it's like you just stand there and I'm saying X, he's saying Y. Then it's like this isn't going anywhere. I'm wasting my time.
My radars are kicked in. Like I'm cold and
it's long, man. So you've done the
and you know what? It's a similar issue to like
adult thing.
In restaurants when someone brings you your food and it's X'd, like you think, should I complain about this? Because I have every right to, because you've caused this issue.
I just get my girl to do it.
But then, more time is my girl stuff. But
men, us as men, we understand. I've said this to my girl a couple of times. I said we understand final consequence.
Yeah.
If we go to the end, me and you are tussling.
We don't want to get there, man.
We're super aware of that.
That's
Women, on the other hand, are like, no, I'll just complain because nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna run my mouth. I'm gonna chat shit, and then if anything, you're gonna have to do it. You being one of us.
The other day,
so they deal with things differently and way more aggressive.
Went to a cafe and we ordered food or whatever. I just got a sandwich, and the woman was like, "Oh, there's no more white bread." So it's brown bread, all right. I was like, perfect. I'd rather brown bread than white bread. So then the sandwiches come, but the bread's like not cold, but it's maybe like just been taken out of the fridge and been rested, or wherever it was is like cold. It's not toasted.
Yeah.
I don't mind it not being toasted, but the bread was like kind of cold-ish. So then she was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, the bread is cold," and then she was like, "Oh, send it back." I was like,
no.
Nah.
That's me.
I was like, nah. I was it was like, it wasn't cold, but it's not warm, but it's not, I could still eat it, but it's not how I wanted it.
Yeah.
So she was like, just like, send it back. I was like, nah.
Like, mum would rather have a rubbish meal or a mediocre meal than cause a scene. Like,
bro,
it's
because.
But it's like you said, we know what the end looks like.
I'm
like if Les takes the plate up and Elaine says, "Nah, I'm not changing that."
Everyone in the restaurant is like looking at me now. Like,
now I'm the black fool. Now I'm the black eater.
Yeah,
there you go.
Like I'm just, it's bad.
Lost his temper over a sandwich. Like,
yeah. Look, man, be in the paper tomorrow. Man loses temper over sandwich.
Like, bro. But then, in that scenario, like you say,
so
you have every right to take that.
Of
sandwich.
course,
but check it. I want to be mugged off. That's the reality.
No. But the other thing is,
it.
obviously, there's the risk that now that you have taken the sandwich back and the individual you've taken it to is disgruntled, why would they do a good job for you?
That as well.
I mean, she wouldn't have never done that because they're nice people, but it's just in my head.
I know what you mean. It's like,
in your head,
my
you
man's
just think
barely
the mechanic. Like, why is he gonna look after my alloys? Like,
or let me just patch it together. I'll break on him next week.
Yeah,
I did my thing.
Yeah.
It's I'm like that as well, man.
Yeah.
But it's something I'm aware of that I need to overcome, though.
Yeah.
It's avoidant.
I'm happy to stay with how I am. I feel like
choose your battles.
I feel like I've avoided many conflicts by being the way I am. Otherwise, I would most certainly be in prison. So,
bro, there's bare times I just think like what you've done. Like I'm actually like annoyed. Like yesterday actually, I was walking into Greg's and a guy was holding the door open, but I think he was waiting for someone. But that person was like way behind where we were. So as we got closer to the door, he's kind of like not paying attention. Maybe he's not paying attention to that we're walking towards the door. So he's kind of like letting it go. Then it's basically closed, and then he lets go of it. By the time I get to the door, I get to the door and I literally stand outside in front of the door, like looking at him. I'm like, but if I go in and like say something, you're the madman.
Yeah. I had a similar situation on the train, waiting at the station. Back to get on the train's usually quite packed. As you're supposed to, you let people come off.
Yeah.
So it's not the double doors thing. I've gone to the side
single,
one. Single one. Doors open, a couple of people come off. I'm standing. So this is the door. Yeah, I'm standing here. I'm tight. I'm close.
Yeah.
So you're the next first one on.
I'm first.
You're
I'm first
on. Yeah.
And then some girl, as she's the person coming off, and she goes whoop. and just sneaks herself in.
You're vexed.
I was so mad. Like. I was so mad. And then I saw her. And then, do you know what? Public transport's bare funny. Then you see, like, there are not VIP, but there are key points you want to be in a train.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? There are better spots, or like obviously seat winner.
What spots?
If you get a seat,
seat. Yo.
But then you've got.
You won the lottery.
If you, as I said, I was at the end of the carriage, so then
You
you got
would've
the
stand
two between the
The
door.
door.
The doors and
The door.
Even the door's not a bad one.
It's not.
Because you get that breeze when you're in
At the end,
central line,
sometimes
it gets
the
better.
little seat,
the risk of death door.
That one, if you stand in front of that at the right
Oh
time,
no, yeah,
that train, you're getting a breeze.
you're lit. Yeah.
There are advantages. You got the other, the two to the side.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
little
seats.
seat.
Little
cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a seat, but you can't quite sit down on
Yeah,
it.
it's them ones,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's you know, let the pressure off the legs and that. Those two are taken, and then you've got
The glass.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're
The glass is
decent. Glass is decent.
Yeah.
But she's gone and got the glass, and she's turned around. She's looked at me and she's like giving me a smile. Bro, I was gonna fuck it all up. I was gonna smash it all up. But back to my point, she knows she can get away with that shit
Yeah.
because we're mugs.
Yeah.
We're
mugs.
I don't know.
I mean,
We're just
mugs
too
is
nice.
One way,
But then I guess-
no, it's because the reason we do it is because we read social situations,
Like,
and
super
we know
quickly.
Yeah.
without any speaking,
You know what's going on.
by default, she's the winner.
Yeah.
So, alright,
Yeah.
cool, just win. Now I've got to be angry and
Yeah,
stressed.
and you'll be the one to start it.
Yeah.
So then it's like,
I'm the aggressor
This
now.
guy's, why is he starting?
Well, why is he
on-
going crazy? I only went in front of him.
Yeah.
I only broke all the fucking rules. And
Yeah.
like, you know the rules, man. Don't do that. I was so mad. She had a little.
And you
smirk.
know what the other thing is? You know that if you raise it with her, she's not going to give you the response that you want.
No.
So now
You'd
you
be
look
super
like
oblivious.
Yeah.
And
Now you're mad.
You're just,
like-
it's
I
a
didn't
madman.
realize. Now I'm the crazy one. I hate these. See these mind games. Bro.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Yeah. That's
I'm
like,
actually I'm back thinking about it.
like it's happened. Like there's many scenarios, but no one's like yesterday in the same car park where Greg's is.
Yesterday you had a mad day, innit?
Bro,
This brother
we
likes
was
to pass
we
it,
parked one place and then we was driving closer to in the retail park to get closer, and then one woman was like looking left and we was coming from her right, but she was looking both ways to see if cars were coming, but she didn't look. She was looking at the left for way too long, but as she's looking left, she keeps like coming out.
Yeah.
But I've clocked that a car is coming and clocked where she's looking. So I've kind of like slowed, like super slow, but like stopped. But I've clocked she's not stopping, so I've bibbed. Like I could have got out the car and gone mad, but I've clocked she's with a youth in the car. This woman, she's kind of done it by accident, not really paying attention. But some other people want to go out of the car and go and hammer her.
Was she apologetic?
Kind of. So then I was
That's fine. That makes
I was
all the
like, all
difference.
right, fine.
If there's some ownership of it,
But I think sometimes people just, like to go on the train. Like, come on, darling.
I was
Like,
so
there's
mad.
rules. There's rules for this shit, man.
And you know them, and you've broken them on purpose.
Yeah.
And they don't give a shit.
Nah, they don't care.
She went like one stop as well. I was so mad.
But it's those people, one day, it won't be you, but someone else will stick it on them. And they'll learn their lesson.
Yeah. But I guess the alternative is that beef that Dan stopped on the train.
Yeah.
Trying to kick man while the doors are closed and that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
life, man. Swings and roundabouts.
So what we're gonna get into then?
I heard last night, and it just seems to be happening a lot in sport and Saudi Arabia. Events just seem to be bang. Like there's hardly any. I mean, there will be a press conference for this particular event, but it's just like overnight bang. Anthony Joshua fought like last week, bro.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
And he already has his next fight, his next opponent announced, and that will be Francis Ngannou, from formerly UFC fighter, mixed martial arts fighter, who recently fought Tyson Fury,
Yeah.
and
Did a good job.
put on a great performance. Really,
Yeah.
a lot of people saying he won. Did you not see that fight by any chance?
I did.
Highlights. I've seen highlights.
The main takeaway that I remember was just that Tyson's, I think he had a black eye.
Tyson was hurt.
Francis,
Yeah.
clean.
He dropped him as well.
Clean.
Yes, he dropped him. Yeah.
That was a 10-round fight. If it were a 12, I think Ngannou probably gets it. I believe Fury won via split decision, which is as tight as it gets in boxing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess what do you lot think or make of this this bout? Let's call it.
Strange. It's is it? I always find these fights a bit odd because it's not
crossover fights.
It's not. I guess it's always in the discipline of boxing, but it's not boxer versus boxer. It's boxer versus
fighter.
Fighter. Let's say. I think it was, but it's weird because it feels more odd than Tyson fighting Ngannou.
Why?
I don't know. It shouldn't, but I don't know. Maybe I thought AJ was on a track of right. Let's focus and get back on. Like Tyson seems like he's in it, but he's kind of.
I mean, he's done it. The personality space.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done it all.
I get what you're saying.
He's done it all. Won all the belts. Like been the best, if that's what you want to call him. So he's kind of just getting a P to just bow out of the game. It feels like AJ's done that. He's on his like redemption arc now, where it's right. I'm just grinding, fighting these fighters, fight who I need to fight to get back to winning the belts. This Ngannou thing is a bit of
it's a side quest.
Yeah, perfect. He's sort of not fed up of doing the missions, but he's thought, let me just see what this man is saying, and then I'll fight him.
We know what it is.
Obviously, and this is
it's the bag.
And this is the bit where I think.
I mean, I'm still of the opinion that it kind of makes a mockery of the sport. I don't like the crossovers, man.
Why do you think it makes a mockery of the sport?
I don't know, man. I feel like, why are you drawing on other sports or other disciplines, inviting people in when you can just be the best at, we are the boxers. This is the competition within my sport, my discipline, and I have conquered everybody within this discipline. We don't need to
So I guess a couple of questions. If you have conquered everybody, is it now?
Then it's fine.
So
Floyd. So I wasn't upset with Floyd and Conor McGregor. Because you two are the best in your sports, and actually, what you are saying now, now you've come together is, I want to see who the best athlete is or who the best warrior is. That's very different to being. I don't want to say Anthony Joshua is a mediocre fighter, but being
the best boxer.
Being on the right or being on your journey to becoming the best boxer, and then saying, I'm going to go over there and do that. Actually,
that's the bit that I find weird. I was like I think there's been talks of it, obviously, but it just felt like it's just people saying, we want to see X fight this person. It's never going to happen. Not never, but it's not going to happen now.
Do you know what it's almost become? Especially when you think of like the Jake Pauls, the KSIs and whatnot. It's celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Actually, celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah.
And I just said, if we had him,
it's like,
fight him, and it's actually happening.
Bro, all respect to Francis, but bro, he was on Jackass, bro, punching man in the balls. Like,
no, Francis, I'm not letting you.
Like I say,
I can't let you have that one.
I just don't think that it's as serious as it should be.
In that respect, I get it. I
don't like it.
Yeah, and I think, and Rich said this before, and we've been saying it, to be honest. I think getting to the bag used to be a bit more discreet, and if something happened, it might not even, you can take it away from boxing or sport. If something happened and it didn't really make much sense, it was probably because of money. Now it's so obvious.
It leads.
It's just like, before anything else, it's about money. Like the fact that it can happen anywhere in the world, but the fact that these fights are continuously happening in Saudi Arabia, it's there's that.
It's cream, fam.
Then it's these two fighting from different disciplines. It leads back to that. So it's a bit.
Do you think that takes away from an individual's legacy and their journey to building?
We've asked this question before. I think we spoke about it a bit. I think it does, man. I think it does, man.
I don't think it does.
I think when we have, let's say when we get to the end of the time or the end of his career, and we have this discussion, people are going to be like, people say about it now about who actual boxers fight. He's the best and he's the coldest. But he's only fought bums, or he fought these sort of boxers for a large portion of his career.
I think it does if the outcome is bad.
If you lose.
Yeah. Like, I mean, or it's tight, or the manner. So, like, Fury versus Ngannou, a lot of people think Ngannou won.
Yeah.
And Fury got dropped. Typically in a fight, you get dropped.
Yeah.
Kind of lost.
You lost.
Yeah.
So I can see how that I feel like that has tainted, or is tainting, people's opinions on Tyson Fury's current standard.
Yeah.
And it's because of that. So
Yeah.
I to some degree,
and the sport.
I don't think.
I think.
Oh, it does. I think. I think it does in the eyes of the opposing side. So if the UFC people are like, these boxers ain't really that good.
Yeah, that guy in particular.
Yeah.
He's in the group every time there's a matchup.
He lives for it.
This is your fucking best.
Boxing is such a scam. All of that. But I don't think, if you watch boxing, you know the difference. And you see it for what it is.
Yeah.
You see it for what it is. So
I think I'm
kind of with you, actually.
I think with Fury and Mayweather, I think their longevity in a sport is different to, let's say, like AJ doing it. Because I feel like AJ's still got quite a while in the sport, sort of.
You can do it towards the tail end of your career.
Towards the end. So you've kind of, like I said, you've won all the belts, you fought all the best fighters or the good fighters, or you've worked your way up to being, to, I guess, somewhat earning the right to be called the best in the world or the greatest of all time or whatever. But I feel like AJ is still on that journey somewhat. And I think if he gets to the point where he gets the belts back, I don't think anyone can chat shit to him. But I think if he keeps fighting, Ngannou's the first, if he keeps having these fights with non-boxers, let's call them, then it's a bit like...
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's a side mission because, as you said, it seems like AJ's back on the high road. Like, he knows what he needs to do to get there.
Yeah.
And he should just chase... Well, I mean, the next fight really for him prior to this should have been against Fury.
Yeah.
Depending who wins between Fury and Usyk. But apparently that's a 2-fight deal. And that's why I think this is happening. Because it's like, it's a fight. In theory,
it's a weight,
it should
innit?
be easy.
Yeah.
And it's going to be ridiculous money.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the problem. It's just that, bro, cash rules everything around me.
Yeah.
Like,
For you guys, when would you be satisfied for AJ to retire?
I said this to my God this morning. I think he's going to win the belts back and then maybe fight a year or two after that and then pack it in. AJ is not trying to stick around for a long, long time. How old is he? 30?
I think he's 34.
He's the exact same age as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's our age. He ain't sticking around for a long time. He's going to pack it in soon. Because he's clocked that boxing isn't, you play this game for long, bro, it's going to do something to your head. This isn't something we do for a long
stupid,
time.
Man. He said like they were doing like hot, what's it, what do you call it? Quick fire questions to him. They said health or wealth. He said wealth. Bro, you're a boxer. Maybe you should care about your health. So, I don't think he can.
He says a lot of stupid things though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's his best.
I saw his Louis Theroux interview.
That was good.
He was just saying
he's an odd guy.
But with you saying about the health thing, I don't know if you lot watched I'm a Celeb, but Tony Bellew was on it.
Yes,
and he was talking about how like boxers, they know what game they're in. They know that action. They're taking significant damage to the head. And in the future, it's going to have an impact. It's going to surface, right?
They're aware, bro.
In whether it's mental health, physical health, or both, most likely to be both. It's gonna surface. So for AJ, it would be a good idea. To get out of the game when he achieves those.
And I think even in that, I can't remember what it was now, but he was explaining. He was explaining talking about, I think the money side of it, and I might be making some of this up, but he was saying he basically obviously grew up boxing, whatever. Then I think he was boxing for a while and weren't really like was just making ends like meet. Then I think I can't remember who said he fought, but I said he fought one person and then fought someone else again. I think maybe the David Hay fight, and then that kind of Then he just got like mad pee from it.
Yeah.
And then like ever since then, it's kind of like he's kind of alluding, or what I took from it was that you get your big payday fights, and then you kind of just like bow out because
he's done well. He's transitioned.
He has, bro.
You just kind of bow out because this isn't a long. How long can you get punched in the head before you make like mad pee? So to say that, I say that to say this: the AJ fighting in Ngannou, I get it, and I'm not mad at it, and I actually want to see it because
big punches.
This is two big men.
That's the reality.
Going at it. Pause.
You put these, big pause.
Big pause.
You put these fights on. As much as people want to ridicule and say this and
that,
bro, you tune in.
And I think
whether you paid for it or not, you tune in.
And I think the reason why I'm probably not even Fury one, the reason I'm probably not mad at it as well is Ngannou can actually box. Let's say
he put on a good performance.
He put on a good performance, and I think he held his weight against Fury. I think him and AJ, they're gonna dance in there, as they say.
I think it should be a good fight. Does anybody want to care to make a prediction?
I don't know, man. I want to say.
I reckon. Say this before you make a prediction. Ngannou has the highest recorded punch in history.
I was gonna say, and before you said
most
that,
powerful, rather.
Before you say that,
yeah.
I was gonna make a claim, but no, I'm gonna stand on it. I say Ngannou knocks him out.
Wow.
I think it's getting to the end.
Then I was gonna say he knocks him down, but I'm gonna stand on my word and say
split decision.
He knocks him
to the end.
He knocks him out.
Split decision, and the winner is
probably Ngannou. I'm not a huge Anthony Joshua fan, as you guys know. So.
Did you see his most recent fight?
I did, and I also saw what Lennox Lewis said after. So yeah.
I think AJ wins. I think he has to win.
Okay.
Yes, he just fucks up the bag.
Would you guys? I asked this because you guys are both filmsmen. Would you guys be vexed if you saw AJ transition into an actor?
I would expect it.
You'd expect it, really?
Expect it. For him to be in some, for 100% to be in like
cameo,
some cameos in like top.
Yeah, cameo's different. Cameo's different. I'm talking lines, bro.
Cameo's different.
I expect it.
No.
I think it'll be the worst movie ever.
Too stiff. He's too stiff for that.
100%.
Bro, he's not. Could not act.
He couldn't, but
no, he had charisma.
Exactly. If you've listened to Arnold
Schwarzenegger had, I can't remember what film was it with the wife, kid, most of these ones like that.
Oh, you think
with the toy?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I can't remember.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
Bad boy film.
Charisma, fam.
I guess,
but he's like, you can see.
I rate Arnie.
But even his earlier films, if you like watch his interviews,
like all of that. What's the one with Danny DeVito?
Oh, is it his brother? Or?
Yeah, they're like lost, estranged brothers, or I can't remember what it's called. That was on TV during Christmas.
Good movie as well.
Good movie.
Like,
come on, bro.
I get the comparison.
I'm not saying AJ's going to be that, but I'm saying off size, popularity, brandability. Don't think that's a word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I can see it happening.
It makes sense to have him in as a cameo. I don't think it makes sense to have him acting.
I don't want to see him as a
or lead. Speaking at all in any capacity.
Or he might play a role that doesn't require, like he might play like, I don't know, like
a bodyguard outside a
like a big boss.
He should play like
so they're in
an idiot. Like no, but like, do you know what I mean? Like
yeah. He's gonna find you and
like what's
box
the word?
You up.
What's the word, man? A goon. He should play like a goon. Like he's a big stupid.
Nah, that's the maddest typecast. I think he can. I think he could play like a boss that sits at like the top floor of a penthouse and like just says, you know, in like
just strokes a cat and says
no. He like says like a few words. His lines aren't like long, so the supporting acts will do all.
You're saying like
heavier,
like Buck in Top Boy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So he's a character, but he doesn't say too much.
I can't see him as a boss because I feel like
it'd be too crucial to the.
No, I feel like bosses have like they usually have a bit about them. Like they might do something.
That's a boss that has like character. He's not because of his acting skill level. It's low, so he's one of those menacing look. He's massive, so people don't really. You might see him in a scene just move to a man.
Up. Yeah, roll
and then roll his sleeves up, just move to a man. So he's like aggressive. It doesn't say too much. Might have a side man that does all the talking.
I can see it. I can see it.
But if you think about all of the boxers that have gone on to be actors, like they actually have some raw charisma.
Who can you think of?
So immediately, first person, let's say Mike Tyson. Like if you listen to him talk about anything or like all of these things, mad charisma. Like
There is still.
If we talk about
Tony Bellew was in.
Tony Bellew, yeah, straight up. He's been in a few things now. Decent charisma. I was gonna say, what was his name?
Boxer.
Yeah, boxer.
Give me
Heavyweight. Oh, I've forgotten his name, but we'll come back to it. But anyway, like these people, they show a little bit about them, and and when you watch their movies, it's like, all right, I can see why you've been drafted into this, you've been casted. I can't see any reason why AJ would be casted for anything.
At the very least, he should be in Creed 4.
Ever.
He should be in Creed 4.
Yeah, I get a role in Creed 4 as
I don't know, man.
He's the most, let's say second, most marketable boxer.
Oh, easy.
After Canelo.
Yeah.
And that's even, you could say, debatable between who's the guy in a way. Or maybe Tyson Fury as well.
Maybe.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not active in it.
Oh, active.
I mean, he does. He started this shit.
Has Mayweather been in any movies?
Not that I've seen. I don't ever want to see a film.
It'll be some super B movie anyway. It'll be some joke.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see, man.
We'll see who wins Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah. Another thing we had on the list was Cat Williams. He was recently on
Club Shay
on Club Shay, Shannon Sharp's podcast, if you will, podcast show or whatever he's calling it, where he was some people say telling truths or giving his opinion, let's say, on certain comedians, some musicians. He went at Ludacris.
Because I've seen Luda's reply on X, Twitter. What did he say about Luda? Have you seen?
I can't remember what he said about Ludacris.
Luda did like a little freestyle.
I don't think it can't have been that significant for me to have forgotten.
Yeah.
But I feel like it had to be significant for Luda to respond.
Maybe he was just looking for an opportunity, man.
He went at Jonathan Majors as well. Him and Cedric the Entertainer.
I heard the Cedric.
I've had a big. I think that's where it started. I think they've been having a lot of back and forth over a joke. Went at Steve Harvey, most of the Kings of Comedy. He's just been doing it. Went at Kevin Hart, been doing the rounds. And I know Sharif, you've seen most of it.
He went at Rogan, and Rogan said, "I love Cat Williams. Like, come on the show."
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So I'm looking for. I hope that happens.
So what he said about Joe Rogan was he was like, Joe Rogan doesn't want any real comedians on his show. He doesn't want to like host any interviews. Like he's like, I need to come to Shannon. As a place of truth,
as a platform,
because Joe's not really trying to hear it,
and
I wondered where that came from. But
it seems a bit. I mean, he's almost created the opportunity for him to go on now, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went at loads of different people.
Yeah.
Some of it was, you could tell like they were sublized there. So like for example, he said, and I actually saw a clip of it yesterday as well. Someone else clocked it. From the age of 13, he was reading 3,000 books a day. Sorry, 3,000 books a year.
Yeah.
No, you weren't, bro.
Kevin Hart and his gang take the piss out of that.
3,000.
Like, I mean, I'm not. See, when most people go on these kind of exposés, I feel like, why'd you do that? I feel like Cat Williams, I am so here for.
Really?
Bro, he's an entertainer.
Yeah.
Oh, entertainment-wise,
he's an
okay.
entertainer.
Yeah.
Right.
This is what he does. He's saying funny things about people. This is comedy.
Yeah.
How I see it.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
I hear you.
I don't know. Again, I haven't listened to the whole thing. I've only seen clips at the moment. But I'm not gonna be really mad at anything he said. I don't think I'm gonna be mad at anything unless it's just downright wrong or just mad disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see myself being mad at anything.
Yeah.
He's saying. I'm just here for it all because that man is bare funny.
No, he is.
Yeah,
he's bare funny.
He is funny.
I think it's basically a set.
I think maybe for me it might be the manner in how he's going at some people. So I think he said something about Jonathan Majors that I thought, I just felt like the man's, whatever's happened to him just happened. Like, let him like live. And I know Cat is, or it comes across as he's all about support and supporting black people, whatever you do. Then like you're just like cracking on it. And maybe that's just the comedy side of it.
Yeah.
And it's not a don't take it to heart kind of thing. But then with Jonathan Majors, he was on the way to being. His Cat was like,
what does Cat say about him?
It's actually left my head now.
So I can think of two things that he said. So one thing he said was that Jonathan Majors, if you look at his progress and where he's gotten to, it's clear that they have put him there.
Yes, yeah.
Recognize that actually when they put you in positions like that, they can remove you just as quickly.
Sounds like a fair point.
Yeah.
And three things I can remember actually. Another thing he said was, and this was more derogatory, was just that he was like, they positioned this guy as if he was like the most beautiful Negro out there or whatever. He was like, this is a youth with big nose and big features and scrawny head.
Since when was that attractive?
Yeah, he was like, if Jonathan Majors is attractive, then every black brother out there is attractive.
That's very rude.
Very rude. And then the other thing I can remember him saying was in relation to why he doesn't go for white women, and he was just like,
he's Jonathan Majors?
No, Cat doesn't. And he said that he said he loves white women, but he's in fear of them. And it's for the exact reason that Jonathan Majors, that his life has played out, because ultimately they have the power, and irrespective of the scenario and how an altercation may play out, you may find yourself in a precarious situation.
Like
where,
a woman on the train.
Just like the woman on the train. So there are some truths in what he was saying. I just think that. As you say, the time may not have been there. It may not be the best time. The man is down. You're kicking him.
Cat also, I think he's super talented. Like, but I think he comes across as like a hater.
Yeah.
Which is sad because I think the guy is super talented. I don't think he needs to do this. Is the sad part.
I think that. I don't think
he needs to do this.
I think that's what it is for me, and it feels like I don't follow Cat Williams that heavily unless he's got like a special or he might be doing a film or something. But it just feels like it's come out of nowhere, or maybe he's been harboring some of these thoughts and feelings for a while. But it feels like attack-ish, but not attack-ish, because some of the stuff he said, there's slight truths in there or things you can understand why he's saying them. But it just feels like it's like, to me, I'm just like, what is actually going on?
But so what I got from it was he seemed to be responding to things, so that was his reason for coming on. Like, it sounded like when he starts the interview, he says to Shay, he's like, you've allowed these comedians to come on here and tell lies. And so his purpose for being there is I'm gonna dispel all of these lies and myths that you've allowed to fester.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, man.
I'm going to watch it. I'm taking it in today.
Yeah, it's good. It's
I think when I've got time, I'll put it 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that.
Cedric the Entertainer stole some of his jokes. He's like, you can see I got it. I did it in a commercial in 98, and Cedric's out on Kings of Comedy.
Stole his
same joke.
Well, the evidence checks out.
I assume that stuff happens, but
that happens in the comedy world, yeah. And people get battered for it.
I've watched YouTube clip. You watch the next YouTube clip and someone's telling a similar joke.
I mean, some of it can just be parallel thinking.
Yeah, they've just changed certain bits. I
mean, I feel like as a comedian, I'd be upset if someone stole my joke.
No, rightly so.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Rightly so.
Imagine you're a lyricist and like you've dropped a song and someone comes out and makes the exact same song, like
and they blow and
they blow.
You can't.
We did, man.
Sitting on the shelf and that.
You can't do that. I think you get kind of ostracized. People have done it. I think you get ostracized from the community, and like people ain't having you at their clubs and stuff.
Rightly
like that.
so, bro.
Someone has to fix it, like
rightly so,
which I get.
Yeah. Was there anything else on the list?
Anything, Dibs?
That I can think of from the interview.
Not necessarily from the interview, just in general. What's been plaguing you?
Nothing, no. But something I saw that was interesting, and like I say, it's a little bit dark, but it's not that dark. It was just like, so obviously you don't know I'm in my jiu-jitsu bag, so I've been watching a lot of jiu-jitsu videos and whatever. And there is a guy called John. I think his surname is pronounced Danaher. He is Gordon Ryan's
Gordon Ryan's coach.
So Gordon Ryan is the king of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
LSJ put me onto him. Big up LSJ. So he's in an interview, and it starts off, and the first question he gets asked is, "Are you afraid of death?" And he's like, "Well, you've asked me this question, but you haven't realised that actually there are 3 tiers to the question."
Is this the thing? Is this with Lex Friedman?
Is he some Russian man?
Yeah, in the black suit.
Yeah.
I've probably seen it. Yeah.
And it's like the first thing when you think about death is like physical pain, right? So like when I die, is this going to be painful? Is this going to be a painful thing for me? Like, should I be afraid of that? And I was like, yeah, that's bare logical. That's what we all think about, right?
Yeah.
I hope, you know, if I think about dying, I don't think about the pain.
But I've
not
always
the first thing I think about.
I always think I don't want to drown. I don't want to die drown because for me that's the worst way.
Suffering,
yeah?
Innit?
And I'd like to go in my sleep.
Yeah.
Like, which is bare sad because you go to bed thinking tomorrow I'm gonna do bare like.
Do you not go to bed thinking about tomorrow?
Yeah,
I just go to bed.
I do.
Fam.
No, I do.
Yeah, no, I do.
I don't really think about tomorrow.
Bro, I always think about tomorrow.
Bro, I think about bare shit. But I definitely think about like not even tomorrow,
just
the day after that, and like
things you got planned,
the Friday, the weekend, the week after that.
I don't think it's. I think the reason I question you is because you said you'd like to go in your sleep, but at the same time you think it's really sad.
Yeah, but that's why I think it's sad. Like, because I've always thought, you know, I'll kind of know when I'm approaching. You like you know, you got 3 months to live, Sharif. So
you know,
go and blow your bag and you know, do what you got to do. So that's always how I felt, and I've always felt like that'll give me. I mean, it sounds terrible, but I'll probably fall more into my spiritual bag. You know, do more prayers and the rest of it. And I shouldn't leave it for death, but yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So what was the second tier? The second.
And then so the second thing was fear of an afterlife. So most of us, if you are religious, you believe in an afterlife. If you're not, you might not, but you might also. But most of us, we fear the unknown, whether there is an afterlife or not. The
unknown is more scary, in my opinion.
It is
than even knowing.
But do you know what? So his response was, "It shouldn't be." He was like, "You wasn't afraid before you were born.
You don't know if you were.
You don't know exactly because it was nothingness. So why would you be afraid of more nothingness once you're dead?
Because you've experienced life."
And that's what the interviewer said. But he was like, "But it's exactly the same. There's no reason to fear that because there's no pain that comes from that. There's no
question because I don't know why this. I feel like it's been running through my head. What is Islam's view of the afterlife?
Heaven or hell?
It's practically the same.
Yeah. And obviously, to many people, it's a very silly sort of
the concept of heaven and hell.
Concept.
Yeah, it's a bit.
For me, I wouldn't say like I necessarily believe that there is a heaven or hell, but I'm hopeful because
I'm hopeful that there's a heaven or hell.
I'm hopeful that there is something more.
One has
after
to
this
exist
life,
with the other.
Yeah,
I don't think that one has to exist. I would be hopeful that there's a heaven. I wouldn't be hopeful that there's a hell.
Not hopeful.
No, yeah,
but
something
that there is there is afterlife.
Because I would say I'm so worried about like losing my consciousness and like what I know myself to be. Like it's death is a crazy concept.
When you transition, you're it's just you, as in you're still you. Yeah. So you don't lose your consciousness. Like you're aware of you used to like live on Earth or wherever. You're aware of your previous life.
Yeah.
You just don't live in that realm anymore.
Something that they sometimes try and explore in movies is the concept of like
purgatory.
No, parenthood. So like, because you know your parents, you've always known your parents to be older than you, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you die at an older age than your parents. You then go into this realm where it's you and everything's as it was. Your parents are now younger than you.
See, this is why these are the things that don't check out to me.
Oh, it does mad.
Heaven and hell thing. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, not from a logical place anyway.
Yeah. But it can't be logical because we don't know anyone that's ever died and told us.
Yeah,
right?
There's people out there that claim to.
I don't know if I believe in heaven or hell. If I were to choose, it would only be heaven.
What do you think comes after life?
I don't know, but let me just quickly say that if you go to heaven, it's going to become hell.
No, because I guess the
house way.
The idea is that it can never become hell.
Yeah.
How?
paradise.
What do you mean how? You're thinking of a logical space.
The promised land.
Yeah, in like on Earth, right?
Just keep saying stuff. Keep saying stuff.
All quotables. You're thinking. I feel like you're thinking of like a space on Earth where it becomes overcrowded and resources become thin. And
what I will say to you is, think of your idea of heaven.
Yep.
Give it to me in a sentence.
Okay, a place of bliss where there's no stress.
White women, just white women.
There's no stress. There's everything's harmonious and there's love and peace and prosperity and abundance, bro.
Okay, so all of those things sound great, yeah.
Yeah.
Until you put forever on them. In
No.
my opinion, of course, this is a completely different space. The rules could be different.
Yeah.
But from what we know,
But why would greatness forever be bad?
you like. As much as you might like, we've been to Vegas, we've been Miami, we've been Ocean Beach. Imagine those things never ended.
Yes, but no. Listen. So in Richie's mind,
You never go home.
in Richie's mind, yeah, these things never ending, and it being a negative is based on him getting tired, him running out of money.
It's not even that.
Him running out of money,
This is boring.
him coming back to his missus saying, "Why you been missing for 3 months?"
You need variety,
Bro.
There's none of that in heaven.
And we're talking about heaven. Why would you have any of those things?
I mean, I'm just going. To be fair, I'm going off of the preconceived ideas of heaven.
Off of your human body, bro. That's what you're going off
Off of, I guess your human body somewhat as well. But do you think it's a place in the clouds?
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's hopefully I'm so hopeful that there is just more.
I definitely think there's something else.
Yeah, I hope so.
What it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of the different religions' ideas of the afterlife, reincarnation, and that makes the most sense when you think about it. To me,
Why?
Yeah.
because where do people go?
This is what I'm having this conversation the other day. Or
Where do people
quite a while
come
ago.
from?
And I was thinking, right, so when you like die, like what happens?
Nothingness, bro.
But it can't
be nothing.
It can't be
Well, it could
nothingness.
be nothingness.
It could be.
So
When you go to
it's
sleep
just,
and
like-
you've not dreamt or anything, when you get up, I feel like you feel and sense a piece of nothingness. Like that there was. You can't remember a damn
I
thing.
wake up just stressed.
No, you can't remember. You can't remember
Another
a
day at
damn thing.
work.
No, you don't. But
You can't remember
might,
a feeling. You can't remember a breath. You were in an absolute state of nothingness for a second,
Momentarily.
and so
Yeah.
I feel like it's
It's that
an extensive period
of dreaming.
of nothingness, and I hope that that's not the case. Obviously, I'm hoping for
forbid.
it.
It doesn't, innit? But
Bro,
if it
it's-
is nothingness, it doesn't matter.
But for me,
You can't experience
that is
nothing.
scary. That is scary.
Yeah, it's like you can't.
Why is that scary?
It's
I
like
don't
what
want
you're
to lose
saying.
myself.
It's like what you're saying. It's like you can't experience like
Why? What,
sleep.
you're gonna bury? You're gonna
Bro,
bury
I've been in the
yourself
gym
before
for like
you're
16 plus years, fam. How can I lose?
Fam, it's time to get a new vehicle, fam.
Aye, aye,
That's what it
aye.
is. I feel like you said that you don't want to lose your consciousness and whatnot. You never came in the world with
didn't.
consciousness.
No, but I have it now, so I don't want to lose it.
Exactly.
You're gonna lose it, bro, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna be born somewhere
no.
else and have a whole different life.
Listen, praying, and obviously, so you
I'm
guys.
down for reincarnation,
Like,
but there can't just be
You might
nothing.
have a shit life.
Yeah.
The next life might be awful, but it is what it is. Like,
I always
all
think
you know. As
I
well,
always
like,
think that I have been
Do you feel like you've been here before?
no, but I always feel like I've been really what's the word I'm looking for?
Fortunate.
Fortunate is the word I'm looking for. Really fortunate to have been born in a Western country with reasonable democracy, to have a decent life, to be where I am now. I could have been born in a war-stricken,
Bro. It could be the same. You could have born the same day in just a different place.
Hell on earth.
And your life would be
Reincarnation
That's my
could
thing.
be-
When I think about heaven and hell, I think everything is relative, and I think that applies to everything. And when I say to everything, that might be flipping atoms. You have your negative, you have your positive. I think that's a rule of the universe, and that's why I say. In fact, that probably actually gives more credence to heaven and hell. To be fair, but that's why I'm like, now, even if you are in heaven, there's going to be a level of hell.
yeah.
Or, do you know what I'm saying?
Possibly.
Yeah.
So the third thing he said, people fear, or why people might fear death, is the fear of being forgotten. So once you've died,
Yeah.
40 years pass, 50 years pass.
Bro,
people start putting your pictures up on the wall.
I say
it's not a long time.
People start.
I say it bare. I say when you die, like, if you pass on a Monday, like, tomorrow's still Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Life
Like,
goes on.
it just keeps moving, and it's not as in like people don't care, but it just like life just keeps going.
Ain't that the reality that we are not significant? As much as we tell ourselves we
Yeah,
are, and
yeah,
we're different,
yeah.
it's like, bro, the world don't care.
It's like you put someone in the ground, as they say, and then you will just walk off and go somewhere else. Like then
Taxman's still asking you for peace.
Monday you gotta go work,
Taxman's
and
still
then
asking
you gotta
for
read
peace.
these emails. Then you gotta pay this bill. Then you gotta think, right now I gotta do this, gotta do that. Then everything just goes back to normal. Whereas said person,
That makes it sound kind of peaceful, to be honest.
Have you not seen I
I
just want to double check that I'm thinking of the right movie. I think it's Mulan, the cartoon.
Mulan.
Mulan.
Yeah, with the,
Nah, it's not
it's
Mulan.
not Mulan.
There's a Disney movie,
Okay.
and the whole movie is about.
Soul.
You're talking about Soul.
I don't know if it's Soul.
It's
Really.
animation.
No, but
Animation.
it's about remembrance. I feel like they're a Mexican family.
Oh,
It's Mulan, or-
It's about the Day of the Dead. There's
Yes.
Encanto,
Yes.
Encanto.
but there's
It might be
another
that.
one. There's another one. Oh,
I think I know what you're talking about.
There's another one that
it's
came
definitely
out
Day of
like
the
years
Dead.
before, but
And
it's
the-
practically the same movie.
Yeah, and the whole idea is when you forget the image or the existence of that person,
Yeah.
their soul starts to sort of fade away.
That's when they go,
and that's
Yeah.
when they go. And so coming back to that point, the fear of being forgotten is actually huge, and it's so significant. Like,
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I don't.
I feel
don't
like it is.
think
Like,
that.
so obviously you guys know my dad passed 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I still have a picture of him on his wall, and I've recently printed one which is being delivered today.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. But I pray that I never get to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't need to put this picture up on the wall anymore. Let's take it down. Or let's downsize it to the smaller picture and put it behind the other pictures. Because for me, the remembrance is so
see,
important.
From that perspective, I totally see where you're coming from. I guess I'm thinking of the perspective of me going.
Okay, but it will be the same for you. You want your children to remember, like, to never forget
Yeah.
your image, your presence, your being.
I guess you think that they can't, but you can. You totally can. Yeah, we're in a morbid space. But I asked my mum once. I think it was actually a different question, but it ultimately asked because her parents died when she was quite young. Both of them died when she was quite young. Would you bring them back? And she was like, nope. It'd be too painful.
Yeah.
Bringing them back would be too painful. Like it's spooky, man. I don't know, man. I don't feel. At least at the moment, maybe things will change, but I don't fear being forgotten. I think it's inevitable. Like I think even if you think,
but things that are inevitable can still be feared.
Yeah, maybe
you're
not
great.
Yeah, maybe
Whatever.
not forgotten.
That person, bro, no one kind of knows them.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know if that's because of, I guess, the technology of that time. Like if you might have had a painting of them.
Probably,
you know what I mean? But
technology probably plays a big
so you
part.
think in 200 years from now, let me say 300, your family are going to be thinking about you.
No.
Not unless
I know they won't. Not
unless we hit those targets.
Yeah.
They're gonna be talking
If
about
we
it,
can get our plaque up, and then
we need a
we're
statue somewhere or something. But the
Yeah.
chances are they probably aren't. Most people have been forgotten.
good. Bro, it's sad. So sad.
Most people have been forgotten, no matter how great they were. I guess.
So a final thing that he didn't mention, but that I was thinking about, and actually,
A fourth layer to it.
yeah, a fourth layer is, and for me in particular, is a fear of leaving fuckery behind for my family.
What kind of?
And you know what's so funny? So remember when I went to Denmark.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys know when I was there, I had a half an edible.
Oh yeah.
Lost my shit. Was acting up in the hotel. If you ask anyone, she'll tell you. One of the things that I was saying whilst I was losing my shit was, I've got bare things that I need to pay for. I don't want to leave this for my family. I need to sort it. And the reason I was saying those things, now I'm in a much better position.
Yeah.
You get me? But the reason I was saying things
man.
like that then is because, bro, I have a real fear of leaving fuckery behind for my family, bro.
When you say fuckery, you mean like debts?
I don't want to leave no debts for my family. I don't want to leave no unanswered questions for my family.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I want to achieve the things that I want to achieve, but also more positively, I'd like to leave some stuff for my pick-me's them.
You will.
I'd like to, and I will now, of course.
You will.
But I'd like to, put them in the best position I can put them in before I say I've done my thing.
Yeah,
I'm ready to check out.
Yeah.
I get that. I don't think it's, for me at least right now, currently, who knows, and maybe some point it will change, but I don't feel like it's a fear of mine. Is it fair for you?
I wouldn't say so.
I think it will be though. When I think about
I think it might.
When I think about it,
Bro,
it will be.
It might change at some
will
point.
be. It will be.
But I think at the minute, probably not so much. But I have not. I wouldn't call it a fear, but I have that thought and feeling that I wouldn't want. I'd like for them, if I do pass, that they are in the best possible position.
Yeah.
Maybe a better one, or maybe even at the very least, the better one that I had when I grew up.
I think what you're feeling or what you felt, or you may still feel, it's the weight of responsibility. Is what it is, isn't it? It's like, I am responsible for X, Y, and Z, whether that's family, whether that's child, wife, whatever, husband, whoever you are, yeah. Like, that's what it is, isn't it? It's like, I want to have done that job, innit?
Yeah.
Done that job to the best of my thing.
You know me, man. Noble, fam.
Yes, it's honorable. It's honorable still. I get it. I actually get it when I think about it.
But yeah, man.
So you think you're going to heaven?
I hope so. All the stuff I've done, bro.
Rich?
Don't remember I brought you.
See you in hell.
I brought you back a pastry from Denmark, fam. That's heaven stuff.
See you in hell, brother.
Nigga, I'm going to heaven.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how do you get. I feel like I don't know, man, because I don't like. For me, I'm like, not sure it exists. It seems weird to say, I just like. Of course, I'm going to heaven.
Yeah.
That's mad hubris, isn't it? Like you rate you.
Yeah. No. So like, I feel like sometimes when we consider like the fuckery that other people are doing in the world. Like, I'm not Hitler, so why would I go to?
Yeah.
But
what you'll be judged on is what you've done.
It's specific to your circumstance.
Yeah.
Like, were you a good person in your life, sort of thing?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't feel like I ain't been running around the streets causing havoc.
Dude, I ain't done too much bad.
Yeah, that's it. I ain't done too much.
Much bad, man.
But you might be judged on
Who
the
knows
bad that you've
what
done.
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
Maybe there's sometime soon, maybe where I flip at someone who's taking the piss, who's tried to take me a mug.
That sends you to hell.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I like to think I'm around good people though, and if I were making the decisions. I'll let you lot slide. Come on, man. You know, let them ones that pull up the rope.
You might
get a little armband and that.
Do you not think you'll get into your spiritual bag as you get older?
Yes, I am.
You are. Oh.
Yeah, I think I've always had a curiosity for, like, I guess just religions in general. And I'm kind of just curious to see what the world thinks. Period, about almost anything.
Yeah. Same.
But I think circumstances in life bring you closer to religion or spirituality or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Whether you could be the staunchest atheist. That plane's going down, you're probably going to put your hands together.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Or ask someone somewhere or something to help.
Someone for help.
Because you physically or anyone else around you physically.
Whenever you see it in the movies, it's a, if there's anyone above there.
Yeah.
If I was God, you don't believe it. They ain't helping you, man.
Are you man prayers?
No, but I'd like to be. So I do like a fake prayer.
Why do you call that fake prayer?
Because it's fake. Like I know what Islam dictates.
What, 5 times a day, etc.
Yeah, but also on a mat
proper
facing Mecca.
Yeah.
Do your, they call it wudu, it's the wash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Instead, I'm doing a prayer in my head before I go to sleep. That's not the right way to do it. That's why I say fake prayer.
So here's my question, and I get that. Do you think God understands?
I think that God thinks that I can do better, and I think that partly because I know that I can do better. So I am hoping to get to the place where I am taking out my mat and I'm facing it and I'm doing the right thing. And so, going back to my own question, I asked you lot, I think that as I get older, I'll get into my spiritual bag.
Yeah, I think naturally, like I've even seen it in like my mum. for example. My nan's always been religious, not like super strict, but she's always
more so, innit?
church going.
You got the ladder, someone's a bit more,
bro,
higher rank.
And we grew up that way. But as you get older, and my mum kind of fell out of it and whatever, life and all that stuff. But now that she's like obviously older, you can kind of see like she references it more, or she'll talk about it a little bit more. Like, so like she'll say something and I'd be like, that's not like you to say that, but it's cool that she said what she said. But it's just more of a, like this and then that and it. So I think, and I can kind of feel myself like paying attention to it,
leaning
a little bit more, or like leaning more into it. I think praying, I try to, and I think in Christianity it's probably not. It's less of a, I don't even know what you describe it. Not so much less of a requirement, arduous, but it's less of an event, if you want to call it that. With having to do it 5 times a day, praying on the mat in a particular direction. It's more of a, you can do it kind of anywhere,
it's easier,
and
more,
wherever.
more convenient.
So I think what I want to get out of the habit of doing is doing it when
you need it.
When you need it.
Yeah, man.
And I think doing it just as you wake up in the morning,
thankful
for another day.
Gratitude, thankful, appreciation. When you're going to bed, do the same. I used to do it quite a lot, but you just fall out of the habit of doing it. But yeah, I want to get into the habit of doing it less, not doing
less
it,
reactive,
but less reactive because you want something to go well, or something's happening, so you want to sort of find your way out of it and blah blah blah. So yeah, maybe as you get older, and I think to some of the stuff you were saying before, I think when you have more on the line, something in you taps into that part of it.
Do you know what I think it
or
is?
there's in the spiritual side of it?
I think it's a lack of control. I think for the most part we live our lives with relative control.
Yes.
And that's why I feel like it's reactionary.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh my God, I can't control this. I need somebody help me.
Yeah.
Basically
like
what it
the
is.
plane thing, innit?
Yeah. That's basically what it is.
So Rich, are you hoping to start praying? Do you currently pray?
So from young I used to pray. I went all flipping primary school, Church of England.
Same,
hymns, all of that daily. I think I used to pray. I used to pray regular. I used to pray like every night. I would pray. I was almost addicted to like little prayers, like for a bit. And then I don't know, man. Somewhere around puberty, I imagine you just, I don't know. You just kind of like, I don't really do that anymore. But as you don't know, life's been hitting me with hella punches, and I found myself just looking up, saying, and I'm funny because I was christened and that. I don't know if I really even identify as a Christian that much. I've always liked different things about other religions. I think,
but you can do that.
I think fasting is one of the. I think the world should fast. I think there's so much lessons and stuff like that from that alone. As I said to you, you're kind of like the idea, at least, of reincarnation. So there's loads of things I take from different religions. But I guess to some degree, ultimately, you come back to source. If my hands will come together in it to pray. So yeah, I have been recently. But again, it's like, let's say it's reactive. Which I feel like it shouldn't be. But yeah, I don't know, man. In my head, sometimes I don't say God. Even if I am praying, I might say universe. I might say, I do all sorts of shit. I have my own.
Universe is insane.
Is it not the same thing?
It is.
It's the same thing. It just sounds spooky. But yeah, no, I found myself, praying and I guess asking for help, asking for a hand recently. So, but yeah, I would like to make it more of a, and I don't even feel like it has to be religious necessarily.
It's more spiritual.
It's just good things like gratitude. Yeah.
Do you know what I always think? I always think, will God just think that we're all trying to jiddle with him? And I know it sounds like a crazy sentence. Crazy sentence. But the reason I say it is this. So many of us go through our lives and we think, all right, I'm going to go ham, like, whilst I'm young. and then just before I die, I'm just
that's
gonna
tap
become very
in.
religious.
Yeah.
And God will clock that I've changed my ways.
He's watching all of this.
And then boom, I'm like,
So you get to the you get to the judgment day table and gates, and he's like, right, you.
Bro.
Right, you as
It's like revising the night before, isn't it?
Bro, because that's why
You've been good for your
ultimately
life.
that's why people become more religious later in their life, because they're getting closer to death.
Yeah,
And
That's what I think
And if
it is.
if there is something out there, a heaven or a hell,
Yeah.
they want to be at the gate and say, well, actually, I devoted my last 20 years to you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You might need to call a man. Say, oh, brother, I'm outside.
Despite the fact that you were out in those streets for 50 years.
doing
Bro,
whatever you were
wild
doing.
shit. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's
I don't
technically,
know.
I don't know. I do think that though. I thought like, is he gonna answer my call? Maybe he's changed his number. Like, what's going on? Like, why am I saying he, bro? It's a woman. It's definitely a woman.
The only thing you can do really is just, bro, live your life as you think that God will want you to live your life, and as I guess morally, right.
That
as-
could mean
as
anything
possible.
though.
It could.
If you worship the devil is basically your God.
yeah.
And you live
your life is
To his
you're living
doctrine,
a
Yeah,
wild
yeah.
life.
you're on badness.
No, but that's fine. So when you link him, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, isn't it? Like,
What the fuck are you doing here?
bro.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, got to do better, or just believe what you believe, innit?
Yeah, believe what you believe.
Yeah.
Be open to your mind changing.
Yeah,
it, man.
for sure.
That's one thing to never let go of, in my opinion. Our life just shows you bare things, bruv.
Yeah. We had a
Oh,
dilemma
yes.
come in.
Listen to mail. I got a text.
we had a dilemma come in. Let me just find it.
You keeping it anonymous? Or?
I'm gonna keep it anonymous. I guess the initials don't really give much away. But I'll keep it anonymous anyway. So we had a listener put in a dilemma, which is I approached the girl at my gym face to face, thought I was a smooth operator, had her smiling, blushing, etc.
Hey.
Yeah, her texts were dry as fuck and went nowhere fast.
So he bagged the number.
Bagged the number, got it all. In brackets, he's put, sorry, is it he? She had my text for a week before I deleted it. She's also a big influencer, but that's no excuse. Thing is, I still see her around the gym, and occasionally she says hi, or we sneak glances at each other. Obviously, she isn't into me, so I've been keeping to myself and doing my best to ignore her. However, I can't rid her from my conscience. Do I either bring her... Can't even read. Do I either bring up her airing me to her in a tea/jokey way, or just completely ignore her and keep it pushing?
Before we answer the question, why do you think her texts were dry?
Some people just don't have chat. And I've clocked, this is obviously in a former life, girls don't have, some girls just don't have good chat.
Agreed.
And as a man that's been on dating apps, girls, some just want you to do the talking.
Yeah.
They want you to like court them, and they just
Typically
do.
how it's typically what's expected.
Yeah, the bare minimum.
What was your question? Why do you think?
Why do you think texts were dry?
Somewhat. I think your response can be as good as the question, or whatever came first. And I say that to say, if it's me, I got to take some accountability for. I might have put some dead lines out there. Who knows? Who knows what was said? I think when it's someone like it's a new link or whatever, you got to ask like open-ended questions.
Yeah.
If you're asking just I don't know what homie's asking, innit? But you got to keep it kind of open, and you need a rhythm.
Yeah.
Often. And sometimes, or if like you've sent a text, she's seen it later in the day, bro, the rhythm's gone. We can't boogie to that. So it could be a number of reasons. Another one, she might not be that into.
Yeah,
We have to. If we're putting everything on the table.
Yeah.
So I would go for that final one.
Yeah.
And the reason, so I'm a strong believer, and you guys will notice it in yourselves from when you guys were dating and whatever. If you were into a girl, they know, like you got all the chat, all the questions, you got all the charisma, all of that.
Not always. I wouldn't say necessarily the charisma for everybody.
Okay, speak for yourself. I had all the charisma.
Speaking for next man.
I had all the charisma. And if I didn't, and if my texts were dry, or as he said, she didn't respond, so he deleted it 2 weeks later or whatever. If I didn't respond, that's a clear sign. I'm not that interested.
Oh, you're saying if she's on you?
No, if I'm on her
and she's not, yeah.
But if she's on me and I don't respond, I'm not on you. So flipping it around, my first assumption is, brother, if she wasn't replying to your messages, and they became dry first, and then she wasn't replying to your messages, my first thought would be that she wasn't that into you, bro. She gave you your number. She gave you her number.
But go on, finish.
Maybe thinking that it was going to be something different. You were gonna, woo her, or just out of politeness, because a lot of girls give their number out of politeness.
But he said he had her smiling and blushing, so he's going off signals here.
Bro, if
you're
being polite,
he must have been risen her up.
If you're being polite, you smile and you blush, bro.
True. Sometimes you smile when a man gave you bad news.
And that's
you probably
that.
smiled at that guy when he said, because there's nothing I can do about it. You know what? I've got, like, you do those things.
Yeah.
And I think from the information he's provided us, she's an influencer. That alone tells me she's being hounded. There are dicks flying at her 24/7. She has probably way more options. I'm assuming she's not taken. I don't know. She might be out of the game. But I would say she's probably got plenty of options. What were the two options he said? He said, do I address
either
it,
bring up her airing me
or air her
to her in a tease/jokey way to forever close that book, or just completely ignore her and keep it pushing?
Me personally, I think always keep it classy.
Which
see her in the gym, you're right. Keep it moving. Just like Jim's friend, Jim friend her. That's clearly what she may want.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't, I imagine it would be more than that. So just take it as like, that's my mate. Like, just keep it. And then, like, to be totally honest, if you just make it your friend and don't make it about something, it could blossom or something could pop up later down the line. But I would say write it off.
Like, if he's rating it and wants to chat to her, then I think you can approach her.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
because the awkwardness is, you kind of broken the ice, sort of.
No, no. The ice was broken. It's now ultra awkward because we went there and we're at a backstep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my thing would be cool. Just be cool. And then once we're cool, then there's potential.
You might have to run it back.
But if there isn't, then we're just gym friends. Like,
so I definitely wouldn't do number one.
Yeah,
number one is haha. So what? You can't even respond to my messages now. That is disgusting.
That's gonna.
She's gonna think
that is
gonna
a
think
big.
you're
What do they call it on Love Island?
Ick.
An ick. That is a big ick, bro.
That's gonna multiply the awkwardness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Because what do you expect her response to be?
Oh,
just
sorry.
think,
sorry, I forgot. That.
Yeah, just think
it's a trap.
Then what do you say after that? Then it's like, right.
She says she's potentially completely honest and upsets you face to face, which probably won't happen.
Yeah.
Or she'll and do some bullshit that means you're in the exact same position.
Yeah.
But it's worse now
Maybe
because
worse.
You've had 2 attempts.
Yeah.
And you have not hit
both us.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, also considering the context that she's an influencer, so she's got loads of other people.
She probably has
that are spitting game.
Dick.
That she might
Dicks
not
of various sizes, just floating everywhere.
So I think what I would recommend,
advise,
if like you have to shoot your shot, definitely face to face.
He shot it already.
No. But if he has to shoot it again, if it's like
there's one more in the chamber.
Yeah. There's one more. Yeah. And if he's like, you know what, she's cold.
He needs to get the scope on.
I want to bring this back.
He needs to headshot this one.
He
needs to headshot this one.
So it needs to be.
If he grazes her, bro, she's gonna see where he is and clip his head off.
But how do you limit the possibility of it grazing her? it's face to face.
Face to face. Yeah.
So you can't ignore my message. You're gonna, if I say something to you face to face, you're talking.
That's the problem. It's too isolated. Like if he addresses it now, it's too. You've cornered her.
Yeah.
Nah, but listen, and then you got you get me. I have to. That charisma's got to come out.
I think you go back to friend because let's be honest, you're in as close as friend zone or affiliate. Kind of not affiliate. Is that the word? Associate. Kind of zone. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's get comfortable there.
So they still say hi.
Yeah, but let's get comfortable there.
Or occasionally a glance. So they're cool, but they're not like they don't chat. But it's hi, like gym friends. Like,
gym
hi,
friends
like,
that you could potentially. You're using that. Maybe you could, but not on the
that could get border creepy though.
Bro, Rich is doing the long.
I'm not even doing the long game. I'm saying just make it just in your own mind. Say this is my brethren. That's it.
Yeah. You could.
And be prepared for it to be that.
Yeah.
And then if you
but if you don't want to, what if you don't want to do the brethren thing? If he's saying I want this thing back, like I want to.
We never had it.
Like, you never had it. But I want to pursue this girl. Like,
I don't think you can.
Could you message her again?
Defeatist.
No, I don't, you're trying to give him hope still.
No, I'm saying, of course. I'm saying there is hope.
I'm not saying hope is completely done, but I'm saying don't go back in with the same energy you went with the first time.
No.
That's not
the same.
That's not going to be beneficial.
Yeah. The playing field.
Make it friends, and then maybe you can come back around to this, and at the very least, you have a friend.
She might respect him just telling her the truth, like off his chest, like raw. Like obviously, I
think it's going to make it awkward.
It could do,
but also
depending on the delivery and how receptive she is. Obviously, he's got to read that as well.
She's an influencer. Look how girls are. We know how we spoke about this on pod so many times about these influencer. I'm assuming she's a gym influencer.
Yeah.
And they're recording man and this and that.
Yeah.
I think just play it cool.
An influencer. Do you think an influencer has time for you to progressively, but in a longitudinal study, try and court her?
There's also other
time for that.
There's also other man in the gym looking at her saying,
"That's my point. My point is settle like friends."
No, bro, just right now, you just gotta go in right now. Just say, "Yo, what you saying?"
Yeah,
he's done that already.
He's got but he's got
it's face to face though.
She said no.
Basically, he's got to slap it on her.
Try again.
No, slap it on her. Now it's gonna get awkward. Now it's gonna be awkward.
No, but he knows if he slaps it on her and he misses this time, he knows what I got.
But we're still going to the same gym.
Yeah. So
every day I gotta see you, and now she's awkward. Yeah. She don't want to look at me, and
that's fine. We tried. That's fine.
My thing would be just friend zone it, stay there, circle the block. You might catch it at the right time. You might catch a bit. Oh, what are you doing for Christmas? Blah blah. Oh, you might get an opportunity.
We've got to wait a whole year now.
I lie.
All right, Valentine's Day.
Hit her with a Happy New Year.
25th Valentine's Day. And then
Valentine's
Day.
Rich is trying to get him.
This is what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Now he can get super clarity. Valentine's Day ain't that long ago. We got 6 weeks, something like that.
He's gonna end up in a WhatsApp group.
He may. The Mandem wants to get. If he says, you up to anything Valentine's Day? He's been in friend zone for a month. I'm doing this and that. Okay, cool. I know the door is closed, but it hasn't been awkward. That Valentine's Day is around the corner. It's perfectly okay to talk about Valentine's Day.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Me not shooting my shot. Yeah. Guys, think about it.
But it might not come across that way.
So is it if he just comes up to me and say, you kind of end my chat.
That's wild. That's crazy.
But I'm still on you. That's not going to come across worse.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, you don't say it in those words.
You might tell me how you say it.
That's wild. I wouldn't say it. Don't do that at all.
Yeah.
Just don't do that bit.
Bro, just approach her.
How does he move from high? Let's say he wants to move to her.
Well, he shot, isn't he? He
shot his shot first time.
He's got a number.
And what he says is semi-contradictory because he says, obviously she's not into me. But then it's like, do I bring it up or just ignore it? It's the same thing if you're going to do it in a jokey way. It means you're not really trying to move to her again. He just wants to address why.
I don't think it needs to be
why she didn't respond to him.
What's understood hasn't got to be explained.
Yeah. So maybe it's just
he's read the room and she knows. Yeah. He knows she's not that.
So maybe it's just leave it.
I think the best you can hope for is just friends. Yeah. Or gym friends or whatever that weird relationship you have with people
It's not
at the
the
gym.
best you could hope for, man.
Or just like
No, I'm
just
saying go
where
for that,
how does
and
he
then
move
you have
from?
it, and then
Yeah,
go
yeah,
from
How
there.
do they move from the highs and the glances
To more.
to a little bit, but nothing too intense?
Yeah.
You're still in the gym.
If it's
We're
me,
keeping it
yeah.
PC.
Have you ever you've not clocked like people looking at you in any space before?
Yeah.
If you address it, we can a place you frequent rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we address it, we can just move on from there, right?
Yeah.
You don't address it, it's like kind of awkward
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
My thing is just address it, not like aggressively or like just say hello, like all right, like just address it, and then we can move from there. That's where I stand.
I mean, I'm with you, but I'll go a little bit further, right?
So you're saying shoot your shot.
I'm saying go in like, yo, ain't seen you in a while, like we ain't really been talking, like what you been up to. Yeah, like
That's
maybe-
almost that you're coming a bit friendly though.
yes, but I'm gonna change the dynamic a bit because it's
You saying give her gym tips and that, or
it's
say
a no.
He's
It's
an
a
influencer.
it's not yeah. That's good catching up. I'm gonna come back to you because I want to use a machine because that's what you're suggesting. Oh yeah, like, that's cool. That sounds good. Like yeah, we should catch up more. Like maybe I'll give you a ring later or something.
train together. Let's.
Yeah,
You can do
like,
that, but then okay, so now worst case scenario.
Now I'm ringing you. Now I'm ringing you.
That's now you get air.
Like if you air me, I know I'll go on.
Yeah.
But if you don't air me,
So okay, so
we're having a good talk.
So she airs you
and
now.
then you know
Change
what
gym.
you missed. Like
So she airs you now.
yeah,
What happens?
not dialing her
What
again.
happens on leg day? Like, like what happens?
bro, it's done. Like
You don't chat to her
we're
at all?
brethren. No, we're brethren.
No,
Like I
just
know
say-
what it is.
just say hi then.
When I see it on leg
Or
day,
fake
it's
smile it.
yo, yeah, you're good. Like I don't care what
I
you've been up to
guess.
now.
I guess. Yeah, that's a possible.
Yeah.
That's a possible.
Bro, so you gotta shoot your shot.
And
Honestly,
what are you saying?
So what's the-
ignore. You just ignore and go by your business.
I think if you're like Honor, I can't think of what the transition will be from high glances to the next thing, but it feels like there might be a way in there. If it's coming across as she's definitely not on you, and you should be able to read these sort of signs, then maybe just keep it as the high, you're alright, whatever. And to your point, that might lead into, there might be one day she might bust out conversation and be like, oh, blah. Then it's like, oh, raw. So
This is my thing, and this is why I suggest it. Is like there's girls at various gyms that I've never tried to move to. We just go gym at the same time, over and over, and eventually you just start saying hello to people,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
you can talk to people,
Yeah.
and there's no fear of, oh, he's forcing it, he's on
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Same thing. Like it sounds crazy, but same thing happens with man, innit?
Yeah,
you just see
yeah,
man.
yeah. I know what you mean.
And you go,
But
yeah.
you
and then you can build from there if you want to.
no, but you've not set out to support any of those people.
Yeah.
Like this person is saying, I rate this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in your scenario, circumstances meant that the person has continued to come to the gym. You've continued to see them at the same time, and over time you have built a relationship. That might not happen for this guy. This
Yeah.
girl might stop going to this gym tomorrow. Then what? Richie told me that I should do
He's
the
got a
long
number.
game, and now I've lost her. Like,
He's got a number.
but she wasn't answering. So what good is that?
Well, then my thing is read the fucking room.
No, shoot your shot whilst you have the
I
opportunity.
feel like the shot has been shot. Is what I feel.
No,
Yeah, you get one chance to almost shoot the shot. What happens after that? You might get a rebound and then have the opportunity to shoot it again.
and you're dunking.
But then now it's different because because now everyone's on you because the balls come back.
yeah.
Man says you dunk it.
But you know the other thing, yeah. I've clocked that sometimes texting is a losing game.
It's
Girls-
it depends. It depends, man.
You have
I
to
think-
know
I
your
think-
court, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course, make
some
it-
men are cold on clay courts.
Yeah.
Their game don't transition in Wimbledon.
Yeah,
Some
grass,
men are
it's
good on the
all-
hard
it's
court.
all
Like
shit.
you have to know your court.
Yeah.
And I feel like
if you ain't got the chat, then don't.
Yeah.
bro,
what's your man's court?
Don't
by
make
the
no-
way? I just want to know.
You
Just
know me,
curious.
bro.
What's your man's court? What's your man's court?
Use any
I
channel,
don't know what the court just say. Don't hit me with it. You know me, by the way.
any channel, bro.
I hate when man says, you know me.
Any
And I
channel.
don't. That's what I'm asking.
Any channel.
Ah.
So I would say, for the most part, my court is probably text because I am good with words. You know, I write for a living, so I'm good.
You can Google stuff as well, though.
and I can Google stuff.
Chat GPT.
But also,
No, I'm definitely a texter.
yeah, and sometimes I need a little bit more time to think about what I want to say.
Yeah.
Like some men are quick off the mark, you know, like they got it, so they'll say.
But
it,
I'm not
and
a
it's
phone
funny
person. Like my mum could call me and I'd be like, "Why are you?"
Same.
So you're
Same.
more in
Same.
person.
Same. Yeah.
Either that in person or because on the phone you have to stop what you're doing.
You mean texting when you're texting, or you mean
on the phone?
Phone call.
Phone call, sorry.
Yeah.
Whereas in person is a little bit better. You've got an environment to play with, or you might be doing something, or texting. Texting, you're just a bit more relaxed. You've got time to think of a response.
Yeah, man.
Some cyber, man. That's what
especially when you're in an argument with your girl.
Like, we're old.
That's why I text. It's more techy still.
What's your call?
I feel like I used to, obviously it's previous life.
Obviously,
I feel like my pillow talk game was strong.
Yeah, I mean
strong.
Yeah.
But I guess pillow talk, you're kind of quite far into it. In person, pretty decent, I think, and then I feel like kind of good on most, which sounds crazy, innit?
Yeah.
No, fam.
I feel like I was kind of.
Why'd you say texting's a losing game?
So I think that I honestly believe that girls prefer to talk on the phone.
Talk on the phone.
I feel like there's like a
more intimate.
It's like
it's more intimate. Yeah, you connect a bit better. You can hear the giggles,
cadence,
the laughs,
you get this
and all
better.
that. And I think girls are also big on confidence in voice, like.
Yeah.
So they can hear that. Oh yeah, he said that with his chest, sort of thing. Like, I like that. In this scenario, he's talking to an influencer. No doubt, she gets many DMs, but not as many phone calls. So to up, to have a one up on everyone else. I've actually got your mobile number. We can actually talk.
Calling these days.
Crazy, man.
No, but obviously,
no. Catch people off guard.
Yeah,
fam.
it's got to be an arranged call. Like,
Fam, I don't talk on the phone much,
Fam, when my phone starts ringing, I'm like,
more time.
I'm prompted.
This?
Like, same.
I'm like, who is this? Like, what is going
Especially
on?
if you got the number saved, I'm probably airing it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah. If I
I
don't,
air calls from bare people, and
if I don't have
I
the
like
number,
you, I just don't want to chat.
Same here. I'll be so surprised if someone calls me and you ain't said you're gonna call me or whatever.
Oh, do you know what the worst is, bro? Unsolicited FaceTimes.
I don't really get that.
You won't get an answer from me unless if you don't call me.
I think it depends.
You actually catch me at such a good time.
If any of the men that call me, I'll pick it up.
FaceTime.
I feel like it's a butt down more time. Like, someone's made a mistake.
Yeah.
To FaceTime me.
No, so if it's most of the time. The thing is, if you call me, if you FaceTime me, I'll always pick it up.
If you man call me, like I say, I'll
to.
assume that you've just bought like a Lambo or like you want
something. You're doing something.
Otherwise, what the
clearly? I've never FaceTimed you.
Yeah.
Like, why are you trying to see my face?
You
Like,
can't
what do you
FaceTime
want?
me to catch up on my day.
Yeah. FaceTime is probably the worst.
So
all of those for me.
To the person that asked the question,
What's the advice we're giving?
definitely don't FaceTime her.
No, don't FaceTime her. Don't call her.
Don't call her.
Let's keep it
unless you
on the court of texting. If we're getting, but we're not going to text. We're doing face to face.
My advice is
Face-to-face,
speak
man.
to her in person.
Yeah.
This is coming from Rich on a friendly one.
Make sure you've done all your
Test it
push-ups
out.
before you approach.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
pumped.
yeah.
End of your workout.
Yeah.
Say, oh, are you right? Blah 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 blah.
Flex
Keep
your
it
tricep
moving.
a little bit. Yeah.
Keep it moving, so she knows like, oh, at the very least, we're never gonna have the awkwardness.
Yeah.
Is my thing, and then from there,
Yeah.
you might can build. Valentine's Day is coming up. That's all I say.
Don't do the Valentine's Day thing because she's gonna think you're a big weirdo.
Ask. No, I'm not saying like invite her or bring a card or anything. Just say, oh, you like just on a casual.
Why we ask?
If he gets good success from now, he might even.
He's got to
take her out
get
on
there very
Valentine's.
quickly because he ain't got long.
What's your advice?
Similar to you, I think just get the chatting face to face in the gym.
Comfortable with that. I
Be
think.
comfortable in it. So let's say like you might happenstance, you might end up in a machine next to her. Maybe just bust chat then, but just quick, boom, boom, boom. You're off to your next machine. She's off to her next thing. Like leave it as that. So then, as you like build, the highs become slightly longer conversations. Then you get into it. Then be like, oh, whatever you might say. If you want to do the Valentine's Day thing, do that.
That's kind of my thing. Just in general, he sounds like he's in the gym a lot as well. He might be wham. Just do a brick a day. Like I say, a brick a day. Like chat to a girl you're not even interested to. Just small talk. And just once you get it, you'll just be very comfortable in the space.
Yeah.
And then chatting to anybody will be calm.
Yeah. It's like, oh, were you training today? Well, I'm training.
Keep it moving.
My advice is obviously different. I'm a straight shooter. If you're on her, chat to her properly, approach her, let her know what she's been missing.
You ain't got behind the help with the
No, it's not even that. It's like I say, it's more of a.
I got you,
Like,
I got
what
you.
have you been up to? This is what I'm on. You know, it's if you're gonna if you're gonna make a joke, this is I'm funny. Like these are my jokes. These are okay. I'm funny. All of that. These are my. Bring jokes. It, man. Bring it. You ain't got bare chances, bro. You got one life. If she doesn't have it, read the room. Take it on board, leave bro. Alone, there are plenty more fish in the sea.
Yeah. Just don't send any unsolicited dick pics.
Don't do any of that.
They don't like that.
Yeah. Don't do any of that.
What was you gonna say, Rich?
I said she gets enough of that.
Yeah, maybe. Bro, the circumstance is different when you're talking about an influencer, man. You need to.
Is it?
Matter of fact, DM the Mandem the app. Because we need to just, you see, get me. Just
see what we're talking about.
I just want to see how crazy. If she got like 100,
the advice next episode might change.
It's different. Yeah, please send us. We're just curious, man.
Send it to Rich.
Yeah, respect. No, send it to the podcast, bro. Yeah, man. What are you lot saying? Bring-ins.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Bring-ins.
I've got one.
I want to go first. I feel like you're going to say the same thing as me for something.
No, it won't be.
It won't be.
Mine's better.
So my bring-in is a film I saw recently. A film, I don't know, I saw it advertised in the cinema, but I was more at like Everyman, so it's a bit, I feel like it might be a bit of an art house kind of film, but it is available on Amazon Prime, so everyone can watch this in theory.
Okay.
The film is called Saltburn. Have you heard of this?
Oh, I've seen Saltburn somewhere.
Fam, this is it's probably the scariest film I've ever seen that's not a horror.
Oh, okay. So I'm with you.
The film is terrifying.
I'm gonna watch it.
I feel like
as in like anxiety, like
watch. I think it comes up. The genre is thriller and comedy, which is a weird mix. But watch the film, finish the film, and shout me because I need to know if everybody was feeling how I felt after this film. I think it's an amazing film. I think it's very good, but it's a bit of a booky film, and you might have to stick with it. But the terror I felt in this film, I don't know if I felt
is it
ever before.
Actors, anyone noticeable in it?
Yes, you'll know him. His surname is, I think it's an Irish guy, Keegan. He plays the Irish guy in Top Boy.
Oh yeah, he's good.
He's
good.
Yeah.
I can't remember his first name now though.
I can't remember his first name.
But
he's good.
Watch that film and you'll be
I saw Saltburn somewhere and I was like, what is this?
You might have just seen it. It's on Amazon.
Maybe. Okay, cool.
Saltburn on Amazon Prime. Just watch it. DM the Mandem Podcast or hit me up because I need to know what people think about this film.
Okay, I'll try watch it before the next episode.
You're bringing something out.
Doesn't sound it. No, my bringing is a 4-part. Well, it's 4 episodes, but it's each within the episodes is broken up into different parts. But anyway, 4-part, not docu-series, like docudrama sort of.
Okay.
It's called Alan Bates versus the Post Office.
Is it UK?
UK, British, and it's about the post office or a post office scandal of people who were allegedly stealing money from the post office. Okay. But it was actually an issue within the post office.
Within the system or something.
Within the system.
Is it recent?
It went on for like 20 years.
Okay. And I saw something yesterday.
I think it's still going on.
What's it on?
ITV.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was actually, I think we were just chatting and something was on TV. So I remember seeing a bit of it on TV, but then we actually watched the full thing last night. Real thing that happened in the UK, issue with the post office, people having mad debt being put on them. Mm-hmm. Some people actually went to jail for it.
I like these.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so it's good watch. I was kind of aware of the story, but didn't really know too much about it. But like, I had to watch all 4 parts like last night. Like, it was that like gripping. If you don't really know it,
cold.
It's a good watch. And just to think that some of the stuff that went on in a government-owned, I don't know what you'd call the post office, business or like whatever institution. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, definitely a good watch. So it's Alan Bates versus the post office
on ITVX.
On ITV, I think you can watch it on ITVX, but it should still be. Maybe it's on TV still.
I don't really have a bring in. I feel like Probably use them all up and just send bare links in the Mandem group.
So you got one.
The only thing I can think of that I can bring at the moment is for anyone outside of our Mandem group. So our brother Dom, Cook with Dom, he's been recently started selling rum punch.
Yeah, I
don't drink alcohol, but from what I understand, they're amazing.
I need to try them.
It's good.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know how long he'll be doing them for. It could just be the Christmas period. I assume it'll be for a little longer. So shout him, some rum punch. The page.
Yeah.
Enjoy him, man. His page is Cook with Dom. And yeah, you'll see he also serves some amazing food.
Yeah,
cold.
Brilliant. I can co-sign that.
Yeah.
With my chest.
I have one other bringing actually. That just reminded me, but I need to find the name of the actual song because it's off my head. But a friend of the show, Chaos, dropped a new music video, a tune. I can't remember the name of the tune. Does anyone remember the name of the tune?
No.
Apologies, Chaos. Apologies.
I'll find it.
But I'll try and find it quickly right
Download it
now.
It's called The Finale.
The Finale. Cold video. The video.
Yeah.
The video
really
so
goes on
cold.
soon still.
Yeah. Video, cold video. The tune's good. So that's Chaos. You would have seen him on the show before, but Chaos, The Finale. Go check out the tune and the video. Make sure you watch the video.
Definitely.
Cold. As always, please like, share, subscribe.
All the good stuff.
All that good stuff. We'll see you new listeners. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Stick around. We've got more and more coming.
New year, new pod.
Amen. It's the Mandem Podcast.
Keep it locked.